In this video, we're going to look at truth tables. So before I continue with the video, please make sure that you have watched the introduction to logics, so of which will help you to be with me on the while we're working on this video, which will make sure that we have same big should I say the foundation. So the introduction video, make sure that you watch it. I'll just put a link just here so that you make sure you watch it so that it will be easy with you and understand most of the stuff that I will be doing and saying here, because this is more of like a follow-up video after the one that I did. Okay, what are truth table? Truth table are they're just the way that we use to get all the possible truth values. Okay, we are going to use much of the things that we learned from the previous video, but you bear with me. Like for instance, P or Q. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a truth table for this statement. Okay, I'm not good in this drawing thing, but I just drew something. This is going to be P, this is going to be Q. Okay, this is not supposed to be here, and this is going to be P or Q. The number of rows, I need to say this, please note this one. If you had a paper just next to you, can you please write this one down for me? Okay, the number of rows that you need to write is 2 to the power to the number of variables that are there. Let me call them variables. So how many do I have here? It's 2, right? So it's going to be 2 power 2, of which is 4. So I'll have four rows down. So this is going to be a row, a row, a row, and a row, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, because there are 2. Okay, so to make sure that I cover all the possible solutions, okay, Q could be a bit true or false, or maybe true, maybe a false, and this one can be a bit true, true, false, false. So remember we have or here. How the disjunction, the way it works, it needs at least one to be true, okay, or one to be true. So I'll be looking at the row. If there is anything true, then the truth value will be true. Is anything true between these two? Yes, there is something true. Is anything true between these two? Yes, there is something true. Anything true here? There is something true. Anything true here? Unfortunately not. So this is our truth value. So I just to draw a better table because I had a really bad table here. So let's look at P and Q. So this is going to be P, this is going to be Q, this is going to be P and Q. So let's work. Okay, remember I said the number of rows is going to be 2 power number of variables. Okay, so this can be true, this can be false, this can be true, this can be false, and this can be true, this can be true, this can be false, this can be false. With this pattern I've covered all the possible truth values. So about the and need both of them to be true. So are these both true? Yes. Okay, just for the purpose of this video, I call true yes most of the time, and I call false no. I don't need to explain myself. This thing makes sense. I don't know why, but it does. Okay, so are these, if I'm asking a question, the answer will be any of these. So if the answer is yes, that is true. If the answer is false, no, the answer is false. Are these both true? Yes, true. Are these both true? Unfortunately, no. Are these both true? Unfortunately, no. Are these both true? Unfortunately, no. Okay. Okay. So now we can draw a truth table for disjunction and conjunction, right? For or, this was an or table. This is an and table. So we're going to look at implication now. So let's say Q implies never been Q before. What is that P? P implies Q. So we're going to have a P, a Q, a P implies Q table. So Q can be true, can be false, can be true, can be false, right? And this can be true, true, false, false, and we've covered all the possible truth values. So how the implication works? The implication works as it's more of like a promise. Okay, the promise is like, if, for example, let me make a statement. If you pass, if you pass, what if you pass? What do I do for if you pass? Okay, I'll buy you a car. I'll buy you a car. Let me not say let me not use English. Implies buy a car. If you pass, I'll buy you a car. That a promise, right? A promise, a pinky one or a red promise. Okay, this is the promise, right? So if you pass, I buy you a car. So this part, this is the P part, this is the P part, this is the Q part. So you pass or you didn't pass is here. I bought a car or I didn't pass is here. So this is going to be an output. So okay, you passed, I bought you a car, then the promise was kept, right? True. You passed, I didn't buy a car. That a problem. The promise was broken, right? False. You failed, I bought you a car. I spoiled you, still okay. I didn't break a promise, right? The promise was, if you pass, I buy you a car. So even if you didn't pass and I bought you a car, I didn't break any promise, right? I didn't say anything about not passing. So that is still fine. And you failed, you don't pass, and I don't buy you a car. That is still fine. If you notice here, whatever it is false, it's always true, because the statement was like, if you pass. So the statement only catered if you pass. So this thing only works, or we only decide if I buy you a car or I don't, only if you pass. It's either I decide to keep my promise or I decide not to keep my promise. But when it's false, if you didn't pass, then it really doesn't matter if I buy a car or I don't. But after all, the promise was kept. Just for the bonus, I'll do this one that you see here. I'll do its truth table. So you can just pause the video, try it yourself, see if you can do uh, a truth table for it, and compare your answers with mine. One of us should be wrong, obviously. So hopefully it will be you. So let's do what we need to do. So let's do the truth table. So here we'll have R, we'll have P, we'll have what would I have? I would have not, or before it's P, Q, I'll have not Q, I will have P and not Q. I will also have not R again, and I will have I'll also want to have this part, of which is P and Q or R, then I'll have the whole problem in here. I won't fit into put here, so I'll have it all here. So let's start at our bases. This could be true, this could be false, this could be true, this could be false, this could be true, this could be false. How many I need to have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They need to be 8. You know how I made, how I got, how many, the number of rows I need to put? There are 3. And I said to get number of rows, I say 2 power the number of these here. Okay, so the 2 power 3 is 8. That's why I got 8. So 8 is here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then this one is going to be true, true, false, false, true, true, false, false. You get the pattern? This was alternating in ones, these are alternating in twos, these will be alternating in what? Obviously in fours. This is going to be true, 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 true. How many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then are false, 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 false. And here we've covered all the possible truth values. So let's move on. Here they say they want not Q. So whatever opposite of Q. I've drawn here, this is not Q. I just highlighted not Q, right? So not Q is like opposite of Q. Whatever you see on Q, you write what is not on Q. So we have true, that means it's going to be false, and then it's going to be true, it's going to be false, true, false, true, false, true. Okay, now they want P, and not Q. This last one that I just did, and they want it with this. Okay, this is an and, right? And so both of them needs to be true. These both of them are true. Yes, so I put true. Are these both of them true? No. Okay, was here the both of these are true? No. Both of these are true? No. Both of these are true? No. Both of these are true? Yes. Both of these are true? No. Both of these are true? No. Okay. So we have made this one, and now they want not R. I take this. Not R is, did I do not R? Oh, I have to do not R. So on the not R, you just take R and negate it, right? So R we have true, so it's going to be false, 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 and then we're going to have true, 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 true. Okay, so now where are we? So this was supposed to be not here. If I look from where I copied it here, I forgot there's not. So they want this and R and this. Okay, and now we're taking it in or, right? Disjunction. So one of them needs to be true. One of these, is any of them is true? Yes, there is something true. Here, one of these, there is something true. There is something true. There is something true. Okay? And here, there is nothing true on this row. And here, there is something true. Here, there is nothing true. Here, there is nothing true. Okay? So now, we take the next part, whatever we have here, it needs to imply not R. So whatever is here needs to imply this one. So this is how we go. This implies this one now. This implies this one. This implies this one. On and on. I can't even do it 1,000 times. I just did. Okay, so stupid. I did it anyway. Okay, so what do we know about this one? The implication, it's a promise one. Okay, you passed, I didn't buy a car. Okay, that's very wrong. You passed, I didn't buy a car. That is very wrong. You passed, I didn't buy a car. That is very wrong again. You passed, I didn't buy a car. That is very wrong. You failed, I bought a car. Okay, fine. You passed, I got a car. You failed, I bought a car anyway. You failed, I bought a car anyway. Oh, okay, let me review here. It looks like I made some mistake. Okay. You passed, I didn't buy a car. That was so wrong of me. That was supposed to be false. I don't know. I just wrote truth on. Okay, so you passed, I didn't buy a car. That is so wrong. Okay, you passed, I didn't buy a car. That was so wrong of me. You passed, I didn't buy a car. Oh, I'm very sorry. You failed, I bought a car. That's okay. You passed, I bought a car. That okay. Okay. So this is the solution. So make sure if you spotted any mistake, do it there, but the logic should be the same. The methodology you need to follow is the one that I did here. So simply the implies, you look at it as like it's a promise. Was the promise broken? If the promise was broken, false. If it wasn't broken, true. Then the or, either one of them needs to be true, and the and is very straight. Both of them need to be true. So we have arrived in the end of our video, so make sure that you subscribe, and if you found the video informative and you want more of them, please comment and thumbs up, and comment if there are any video suggestion that you want us to work on. I thank you.